Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the October 20th, 2025 Lackawanna City Council meeting. Caucus, as indicated so many times, caucus is an opportunity for the city council members to discuss the individual agenda items, ask questions, and debate, whatever the case may be, before the formal meeting is called to order, which will be directly after the caucus. Anyone wishing to speak, please be aware of the fact that the meeting, including the caucus, is recorded. First several items are administrative. Moving to the item number 5 from the city attorney, communication from division department heads. Request City Council approve resolution authorizing execution of 24-25 stop DWI program between the city and Erie County. It's been done every year. Dino, Director Morocco, anything you want to add on that?
No, this is a program that they've been, like you said, they've been doing for a bunch of years now, and they either assist or have DWI road checks in the city or assist other agencies with theirs and then get reimbursed through the county.
Great, thank you. Any council members have any questions or issues with item number 5? There's a corresponding resolution attached there too. If not, moving on to item number 6, senior foreman, public works. Request City Council approve transfer funds to cover expense for the NICOM training, which took place October 6th through 9th. Senior foreman Gherkin, anything you want to add on that?
For the 2025-2026 budget year, I only budgeted $1,000 for that travel line, and I went over. It cost more to go to NICOM this year.
Yeah, okay. Any council members have any questions or comments on item number 6? If not, moving on to item number 7 from Director of Development and Marketing, Director Clark. Request City Council approve the ordinance creating a City Code Section 230-40, 240 through 240, battery energy storage systems prohibited within Chapter 230 zoning. Director Clark, anything you want to add on it?
No, I believe the memo was pretty clear. This is just not a development that fits into the current strategy for Lackawanna or into the footprint of the city.
Thank you. Any council members have any questions or comments on item number 7?
Sure, so just for the public's consumption, because although we get the memo, the public doesn't necessarily get it. Chuck, if you could just elaborate a little bit more on what the proposal is and how it is harmful to the city of Lackawanna, and not just us, but anywhere these facilities are established can be extremely dangerous, if not deadly.
Sure, no problem at all. So a battery storage facility in layman's terms is a several acre parcel of land that contains very large, as long as 40, 50 feet, as high as 10 or 20 feet, lithium ion storage batteries. And what that does is absorb energy from different sources, whether it be from solar, wind, what have you, and they're put into these battery storage systems. The acronym is BESS, B-E-S-S. And that energy sits in those storage units until the energy is needed either for home use, business use, or in case power went out as a backup. Typically what they are is energy offsets, credit offsets to somebody's utility bill here, National Grid or something of that nature. The purpose of them, is noble enough. The challenge that you have is that the lithium ion battery technology is highly flammable. If you think back to the fire that occurred at the industrial complex at Route 5 and Lincoln Avenue, it would mirror that, if not exceed. And the challenge for the city of Lackawanna is twofold. The one is we have something in place called a comprehensive plan, which guides in a general way the types of developments that are what they call the highest and best uses of the land. And there's 3 criteria: employment, revenue, and infrastructure that comes with those projects. So if you think of the Commerce Park, or if you think of the Flex Loom factory that got built on Albright Court, and the enhancements that were made to the the industrial park on Abbott Road for Buffalo Felt, those are all leaving you in a better place relative to those three criteria. Battery storage facilities don't meet that criteria. The second and most important thing is that the setbacks that you would need, so the distance from a home, a playground, place of business, what have you, needs to be significant, because if you do have a disaster of that nature, you certainly don't want to be in a position where it's not only burning within the facility, but runs a risk of damaging and destroying the neighborhoods around it. So when you think of the land areas within Lackawanna that are being most targeted, so for example, there's a piece of property that, for those of us who have been around a long time, used to be a salvage yard at South Drive and Lehigh Avenue. That sits right smack in the middle of a residential, industrial, house of worship, recreation facility. If there were a battery storage facility there of even medium size, it would blow up that entire neighborhood if it ever caught on fire. So kind of wrapping the whole thing up, these facilities have a great purpose. The challenge is that they are owned privately, so these are private developments. These aren't being created by public utilities. So they're coming to cities like Lackawanna or towns or what have you that have a heavy industrial past, that have a lot of land, some of it, that may not even be developable. It's just green space right now. And they're looking to, put these facilities in for the purpose of obviously, commercial profit. Not that the business model is poor, the location in a city like Lackawanna is a challenge. So when we looked at all of these factors together, it just really makes little sense, almost no sense to put these in the city. And we are probably dealing with somewhere in the neighborhood of half a dozen requests of this nature, probably every month. And some of them are repeat, so I'm not going to make it seem like they're coming out of the woodwork, but the drum beat is repetitive. So we have the ability to control this, and I think it would be in our best interest to, for the foreseeable future, not allow these things in the city.
And you're not just basing your decision on assumption. Historically, this has occurred where they have
yes.
exploded in other cities, and we can just learn from that.
Yes, there's numerous examples of these, most recently out in California. In fact, in the packet that the council members received, there's a link to a news story, an ABC news story from that area. And in fact, ironically, if anybody's a reader of the Buffalo News, whether digitally or in print, there just so happened to be an article in this weekend's edition that talked about battery storage facilities, the growing aggressive nature in which these things are expanding across the country, and the risks they present to communities. You could have inserted Lackawanna's name into the story and easily fit right in. So no, this is not just our apprehension. There are dozens of case studies, and in the one in California, that facility was burning for almost a week after. And it's not only the burning, it's the residual effect. Very much like again, not to keep going back to the past, but the industrial fire that happened here in 2016. You were dealing with the fallout of that for months, almost a year later. This is equal to, if not worse.
So although we do welcome different forms of renewable energy, this is not the kind that we...
Oh, absolutely. Well, a great point. We have windmills. We just opened that. We just welcomed in the solar farm. So, Lackawanna clearly is, pro-business and clearly, supporting alternative energy, and certainly want to promote programs that help our residents potentially save money on their energy. At the same time, we cannot look just strictly at the profit or the personal motives of it, knowing that you might be putting, neighborhoods and community facilities at significant risk. And then the one last thing I'll say is that the fire in California heavily pointed out the fact that the internal fire suppression systems and warning systems that are supposed to be part of building these facilities failed. That's how it got to the point of where it is. And once they fail, these things are like, forest fires in a very dry forest. They just go up in a rocket shot. And the exclamation point I'll put on this is Fire Chief Fino is very much against something like this in the city proper for the reasons I've mentioned.
If I may, the fire department, besides with these batteries, also with these electric cars, they're having a very difficult time putting them out. We have a blanket, where I understand that we try to put over the car to snuff out and get the oxygen to put the fire out. But still, once you open it back up, it bursts into flames. I had read an article where in Europe, they would bring a big truck filled with water and they would pick the car up and immerse it to put it out. Very, very good, but very dangerous, and to firefighters and the occupants too. So, and to have something that big, this facility would be unbelievable. Wow.
And if I may, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
If I may add one more thing, the only, someone who's listening to this or thinking about this might say, well, gee, there's all that vacant land in the old steel plant complex heading west of the Commerce Park. And conceptually, that might be true, but we have to keep in mind that approximately 500 acres of land is all slag. The development approvals to do anything on that land are years, if not a decade, away. Environmental engineering, and the most important thing is there's no water and other infrastructure on that portion of the property that even if you did agree, put it out there. If something were to happen, we are the firefighting unit of first response. So we would have no way to manage that process. So altogether, you're either too tight within properties within the city limits proper, or out in the Bethlehem Steel Complex, you're a decade or so away from even being able to consider something like that.
Okay, anyone else? If not, Chuck, thank you very much for your efforts in putting this together. We do appreciate your being proactive and anticipating these kinds of issues and protecting the community as such. I mean, we've all heard, in addition to the stories you've mentioned, and other council members have mentioned, the stories with e-bikes and airlines with these batteries on them, and homes going up, garages, repair shops. It's really an issue. So again, thank you, Chuck, for putting this together. It's a welcomed and proactive approach to what we should be doing on the city council, in my opinion.
Thank you.
Thank you. Moving on to communication from citizens. Kimberly Smith, resident, requests city council approve closing Church Street in front of the Second Baptist Church on Saturday, November 1st, from 11:30 a.m. until 3 p.m. for the annual First Ward Fall Festival. This is an annual event, very well attended, very well organized and well run, and cleanup they take care of, which is also welcome. Any council members have any comments on this request? Moving on to business registration, Auto 360 LLC, 3261 South Park Avenue, Anwar Al-Khalai. I don't know if the council had a chance to read the accompanying paperwork, but apparently there's problems already. Although the business hasn't, registration business license hasn't been awarded, there's a conflict with what's the property's been being used for relative to what was put before the planning board. Apparently unlicensed and unregistered motor vehicles are being stored on the property, which was not the intent as far as what the request was in front of the planning board and in front of this council for the business registration form. Chuck, you care to add anything on this?
No, sir. I think you hit it appropriately. It's simply a matter of that facility was always a repair shop. So that's diagnostics, testing, repair, short-term stay of a vehicle, but they were always licensed, plated vehicles. The visual that you see there today seems to imply a broader array of uses, which would certainly trigger a different type of review than the one we've given it.
Thank you. Any of the council members have any questions or comments on the business registration request?
Is the current condition of the, that particular lot, is it already being operated by the gentleman that's requesting the business license today?
I
Or
don't,
is it the previous owner?
no, we're dealing with the applicant.
Oh, okay, so he's already aware of.
We're dealing with the
violations.
applicant, yes.
Is he being compliant?
Not as of today.
Not as of today.
We were just handed pictures and
I just left there an hour ago, and I took some pictures, I showed the council president, and, there was 15 vehicles there, 9 of them didn't have plates on them. They were disarray, different bumpers hanging off. There were 2 tow trucks there, there's a tractor trailer there, there's a big truck there that smashed that didn't have a plate on it. So, it's actually, I think it's worse than when they went here, you know, a week ago. So I was there, Thursday, and it wasn't that bad, but now all of a sudden there's all kinds of, I don't know, Carl, did you see?
Yeah, there's all kinds of vehicles back there, you know, a couple of tow trucks, like you said, and, looks like a collision shop with all the fenders hanging off.
That's correct. And just to be clear, they're cooperative in taking the call. They're very, polite and understanding, what we're saying and asking of them. But, there's not just been one phone call made. There have been a few, and what you have in front of you, inclusive of current pictures, is the current state. So it's inconsistent with what a basic repair shop, which is the intended purpose of the application, or the stated purpose of the application says.
any other comments? All right, in that case, let's call to order for this date. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Would ask the city clerk to call the roll.
Maflahe? Present. Anderson?
Here.
Moretti?
Here.
Sirdike?
Present.
Morano?
Here.
Law Department?
Here.
Development and Marketing?
Here,
Public Works?
Here.
Public Safety?
Here,
Recreation?
Here.
And the Comptroller has been excused.
Currently, there's no hearings from citizens.
Approval of the minutes of the regular meeting of October 6th, 2025.
Morano moves to adopt minutes regular meeting October 6, 2025 is written.
Maflahe seconds.
Motion by Morano, second by Maflahe, to adopt minutes of the regular meeting of October 6th, 2025. Maflahe?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Moretti?
Yes.
Sirdike?
Yes.
Morano?
Yes.
Carried 5-0. Departmental reports 1 through 4.
Morano moves to receive and file departmental reports 1 through 4 inclusive.
Maflahe seconds.
Motion by Morano, second by Maflahe, to receive and file departmental reports 1 through 4. Maflahe?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Morano? Oh, Moretti?
Yes.
Sirdike?
Yes.
Morano?
Yes,
Carried 5-0.
for both of us.
City attorney requests the city council approve the resolution and authorize the execution of the 2024-2025 Stop DWI program between the city and Erie County.
Morano moves to receive and file act on resolution.
Maflahe seconds.
Motion by Morano, second by Maflahe, to receive and file act on resolution. Maflahe?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Moretti?
Yes.
Sirdike?
Yes.
Morano?
Yes.
Carried 5-0. A resolution authorizing and directing the mayor to enter into an agreement with Erie County and the city of Lackawanna regarding the Stop DWI program, therefore allowing the city to participate in this program and receive funding from this program.
Morano moves to adopt resolution as written.
Maflahe seconds.
Motion by Morano, second by Maflahe, to adopt resolution as written. Maflahe?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Moretti?
Yes.
Sirdike?
Yes.
Morano?
Yes.
Carried 5-0. Senior Foreman of Public Works requests the City Council approve the transfer of funds to cover the expense for the NICOM training that took place on October 6th through the 9th, 2025.
Morano moves to approve request.
Moretti second.
Motion by Morano, second by Moretti, to approve request. Maflahe?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Moretti?
Yes.
Sirdike?
Yes.
Morano?
Yes.
Carried 5-0. Director of Development and Marketing requests the City Council approve the ordinance creating City Code Section 230 to 240 Battery Energy Storage Systems Prohibited within Chapter 230 zoning.
Morano moves to receive and file act on ordinance.
Anderson seconds.
Motion by Morano, second by Anderson to receive and file act on ordinance. Maflahe?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Moretti?
Yes.
Sirdike?
Yes.
Morano?
Yes.
Carried 5-0. An ordinance creating a new city code 230-40 battery energy storage systems prohibiting battery energy storage system BESS facilities in all city zoning districts. It is intended to continue the orderly economic development of and protect the public health, safety, welfare, and quality of life in the city of Lackawanna.
Morano moves to adopt the ordinance as written.
Anderson seconds.
Motion by Morano, second by Anderson to adopt ordinance as written. Maflahe?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Moretti?
Yes.
Sirdike?
Yes.
Morano?
Yes.
Carried 5-0. Kimberly Smith requests the city council approve the closing of Church Street in front of the Second Baptist Church on Saturday, November 1st, 2025, from 11:30 a.m. until 3 p.m. for the annual First Ward Fall Fest.
Maflahe moves to approve request, refer to public safety, public works and public safety.
Anderson seconds.
Motion by Maflahe, second by Anderson to approve request, refer to Public Works and Public Safety. Maflahe?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Moretti?
Yes.
Sirdike?
Yes.
Morano?
Yes.
Carried 5-0. Business registration for Auto 360 LLC, 3261 South Park Avenue, Anwar El Khalai. It's auto repair.
Morano moves to deny business registration.
Can we move to table it?
I'm not moving to table it.
No.
I mean, you're welcome to amend and see if you get a second on it.
Anderson seconds.
Motion by Morano, second by Anderson to deny business registration. Maflahe?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Moretti?
Yes. What are we
Sirdike?
voting on?
We're
To deny.
To deny the business
Oh,
registration.
okay, that's what I thought. I
Yes.
thought they made an amended it.
No amendment was made.
Sorry.
Moretti?
Yes.
Sirdike?
To deny, yes.
Morano?
Yes.
Carried 5-0.
All right, council, any table items or old business anyone wishes to bring up at this time? If not, I'd like to just remind the public that there is the First Ward Fall Festival on November 1st from 11:30 to 3 o'clock at the Second Baptist Church. Several sponsors. It's a very nice time, especially for the kids. Please all keep that in mind. And in my motion to adjourn, I would like us to remember the lives of Jerry Reese, who is a longtime resident of the city, member of my parish, and Pamela Mendez, who battled Patricia Mendez, who battled a terrible disease for a long period of time. I would ask that we keep them and memorialize them in this adjournment.
That's all?
And
Motion by Morano, second et al. To adjourn meeting in memory of Jerry Reeves and Patricia Mendez. Maflahe?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Moretti?
Yes.
Sirdike?
Yes.
Morano?
yes.
Carried 5-0.